We're back with Delmarva Life. As a matter of fact, we're outside the Wicomico Youth and Civic Center. I want you to try to form a new habit for me, if you don't already do it. If you see someone that has a hat or a shirt or something that indicates that they're a veteran, tell them thank you for their service, because this upcoming Memorial Day weekend is to honor those who gave the final and ultimate sacrifice for their country, for you and for me. And I want to introduce to you Mr. Anthony Sarbanes. Thank you, sir, so much for talking to us. Now, we are here at the Veterans Memorial in front of the Civic Center. Tell me about this thing real quick.
It honors those men, there are no women, 191 men, whose home of record was Wicomico County, right, and they gave their life in service to our country.
And you mentioned no women because there were no women that have been lost so far from Wicomico
so far.
County. Okay.
And I hope we never have anyone else lost, but particularly the women. The one thing that we did that's interesting here, if you look at these plaques, they're at an angle.
Yeah.
Because many times you'll go to a memorial and the plaques are straight up and down.
Right.
Well, the poor people at the bottom never have their names read because you have to get down on your knees to see them.
Okay.
We decided to put them at an angle, which worked very well.
Yes.
And I really want to make a comment. There was an architect, he's now deceased, Ed Todd in Salisbury. He designed this, and he sent us a bill for $19,000. And at the bottom, he wrote, "Paid in full. I'm honored that you picked me to do this."
Wow.
So just like that.
That's
and Dick
amazing.
Hazel, who we all knew.
Yes.
We had a little bit of debt at the end. He came to a meeting. He was a Navy veteran. Came to a meeting, sat through the meeting. Then he looked at me and he says, "Tony, what do you owe?" And I said, "We owe $40,000. He took his checkbook out of his back pocket, wrote us a check for $40,000.
Typical Dick Hazel.
The memorial has no debt, and in fact, we have money in the community foundation, and we're making money.
So you go all the way back to World War I.
Yeah, we go back to World War I current.
And some of these names you know.
Yeah. Some I know.
What about this one right here?
All right. Sergeant Major Wardell Turner was a football player at Bennett when they won 2 state championships.
Right. You know some of these names from Vietnam War?
Yeah, Vietnam. I actually taught Barry Barnes. When I got out of the service, I went into education. I was a teacher, then a principal, but I actually taught Barry Barnes. At 19, he was killed in Vietnam. He'd been there 10 days. And he really loved the military. His father had a TV business down on South Salisbury Boulevard.
Right.
His mother would come to the services, and she always sat on that corner, and I would stand here, I could look right at her.
Yeah, this is a spectacular thing. You've got 191 men's names going all the way back to World War I. I could talk to you all day long. The stories that you have about various people and veterans that have gone on that you know. Do you feel like we pay enough respect and honor to our past veterans?
No, I don't think we do. And a lot of people say that, but I honestly do not think that we do. You know, as you have said, if you see a veteran, all you have to do is say, "Thank you very much." That means a lot to any veteran, no matter what they did, where they served, any branch that they were in. It doesn't hurt to say thank you, because that really makes a veteran feel good.
Monday morning at 10 o'clock, had to cancel last year, but the Memorial Day ceremony is coming up this Monday morning.
Yeah, this Monday, May 31st, 10 o'clock. We start right at 10 o'clock. The reading of the names, we purposely do not have a speaker, because the most important thing we will do Monday at 10 o'clock, May 31st, we're going to read all 191 names. It takes about 15 minutes to read all the names. And we also now recognize we've put more emphasis on MIAs, missing in action.
Yes.
If you go back to World War I and come forward, there are 92,000 people, MIAs, from this country.
That are still missing.
People still missing. They're gone. We never recovered them. And that's really very painstaking for those families. But people need to think about that.
Yes, they do. Mr. Sarbanes, thank you so much for your integral part in making this happen and for telling us about Monday morning's ceremony that we want to honor our veterans. Again, sir, thank you.
Thank you very much.
So much.
Thank you very much.